Hello, everyone, and welcome to In the Garage with Bodie Stroud. Listen to us every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on crntalk.com. Every week, we're brought to you by Steel Rubber Products. Go to steelrubber.com. We'd love to hear from you, so call in at 1-800-336-2225 or email us your tech questions at bodiestroud.com/in-the-garage. Bodie's on his way right now, just coming in from the garage because he's been working like crazy, like always. And we have two amazing guests coming on. We got Bruce Kocher from Modern Driveline, and we also got Scott Larch from the 2015 North American International Auto Show coming up. Hey, Bodie.
Hey, what's happening? Wow, sorry I'm late to my own party.
No worries, I got you.
All right, wow. Okay, yeah, I forgot today was Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, shoot. We got so much going on out there, so we're changing the place around. We're trying to start the new year out right. We're redoing the showroom. We're redoing everything, and it's it's so hard because I've hired a couple people in here, and but it sucks because it's all in my head. It's all in Mitchell's head. Mitchell won't give it up.
I won't give it up.
No, and I try not to, but it's hard when you got so much to do and you need to do so many things, and you hire someone and then they're looking at you like, okay, what do I do next? And you're like, oh man, there's so much to do.
Right. Can't
If
you
you could
just
only
read
see in my
mind?
head, yeah, it's just a mess, and I don't work well when there's messes. I love organization,
Mm-hmm.
and when the place is like in total disarray, I go nuts. I can't think. I can't concentrate. I just kind of just walk around aimlessly. You can ask him.
A lot of that.
Well, it looks like it's coming together. You guys are getting organized. You got some new shelves over here, some new merchandise. Make sure you go to bodiestroud.com and check out his merchandise. He has some really cool stuff you need to check out.
Yeah, we're the website's we're gonna be doing some. Wait, you dropping stuff over there? I love the fact where you just was like, whatever.
I try to be cool about it.
We don't need to read anything here. We just by the seat of our pants, literally, seriously. I was out back. I was already making moves. I wasn't even thinking of doing a radio show. So, yeah, here we are. And we got Bruce coming up from Modern Driveline. We dealt with him a lot, and that's where we basically buy all of our Tremec 5 and 6-speed transmissions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we've dealt with them a lot. So good people, and we hope to have to be buying some more stuff pretty soon from them.
Really cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. And we got Scott, chairman for the 2015 North American International Auto Show. That's a mouthful.
Yes.
Especially this early. Is it
Yes.
early?
Yeah.
Feels early.
It feels like a rushed morning. I don't know about you, but it feels really rushed.
I feel like I've been trying to cram 50,000 things into, before lunch.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the way it always feels around here. We're always busy. We're always trying to, it's change. You got to change. I hate change. I hate it more than anything. But it's like rearranging the furniture in the house. When someone comes out, oh, look at that, you move that. If you leave something sitting too long in one area, you get the guys that come in and say, man, that's been sitting there a long time. What are you doing with that? So I try to avoid that question. I hate that question.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here listening to In the Garage on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Welcome back to In the Garage. Man, yeah. Feels kind of weird because I didn't do an original intro or anything. So
I'll do it now.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
If you don't know who I am and who you're listening to, then I ain't going to tell you. Oh, shoot. Yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. Sorry we were a little late. We were out working. Mitchell and I were, if I'm serious, we were knee-deep in it, and that's what happens. We do the show here at the shop, and sometimes, my mind's been going a million miles an hour on what we're doing this year, and, all the new things that are happening, and which leads me to our next guest, or our first guest, Bruce. We've dealt with him for quite a while, and he's pretty much number one in Ford 5 and 6-speed solutions, transmissions, conversion specialist, great people, and I'm hoping to, involve him as part of our new year as well, because we got quite a few estimates we've done for people. So, and we keep pushing his product. So let's talk to Bruce. Bruce, how you doing, man?
Doing great. Yourself, Bodie?
Doing good, doing great. So everything, I think I'm doing okay. I can't remember. We're so busy.
Know the feeling.
Do you? Are you staying pretty busy, Bruce?
We are doing very, very well. We exceeded even last year's numbers. So yeah, we're getting into a lot of new things, which we can talk about.
Awesome. And it seems that way. It feels pretty good right now in our industry. It feels like things are starting to move. I'm making some moves. We're doing our suspension, and we got a lot of other stuff. So it seems like we're being able to put some money and some time into some other opportunities that have come up and that we've been working hard at. So we've been busy as well.
People are building cars. It's certainly a far stretch from '08 and '09. So, if anybody who attended the SEMA show certainly got that feeling.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the other thing, man. If you can't walk at SEMA without, bumping into people every time you turn around, that seems to be a pretty good feeling, Absolutely. I know that you and I would like to just walk through and look at everything and not bump into people, but you can't have the best of both worlds. You just can't. No. So yeah, tell us what you got going on.
What's going on with us is, people have known us a lot for Fords over the years, 5 and 6 speeds, and we continue with that. We're going in both directions. We're going old school with flathead stuff, Y-block stuff, and we're also going into the future. We've been doing stuff with the new Mustang platform, the S197, and we've done both the V8 and the V6. A lot of people don't know that. And people are doing a lot with this EcoBoost, motor. On top of that, we have gone in a new direction as several years ago. We've been doing street rods for quite some time, but we're a little less known for that. We are doing a lot of GM stuff. We started that a few years ago, and we're launching a completely new website to reflect that.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's really cool. Like you said, the EcoBoost. As you're saying these things, I'm picturing you, adapting these and the different bell housings you're having to do. So now, are you doing like all the adapting kits and the bell housings in-house there?
We do. We've just launched a brand new small block Ford bell housing that is a T5 TKO. Now, while there's been one on the market from Ford/Tremec for a number of years, we have decided that it was worth our while to launch our own. At the same time, when we deal with something like an EcoBoost motor where something is not on the market, we work closely with Ross McCombs over at QuickTime to bring certain things to market, and that both benefits them and us at the same time.
Yeah, and I've dealt with them as well, as going through you, kind of a team thing, because us, we kind of get the one-off stuff and the hard to match up stuff. It always seems that way.
So many people are doing such different things, and this is kind of where we shine. Guys are taking Fox body Mustangs, dropping in LS motors. I get why they're doing it. The Ford folks are going sacrilegious and crying up and down, but that's the reality of hot rodding. People want and get stuff, and they want us to adapt it. So that's where we make special pilot bushings, crossover clutches and flywheels, and bell housings. So that's where certain key vendors come into the play.
Yeah, that's and do you find it more difficult to do the business that way when it's kind of the one-off stuff, or do you have a lot of repeat customers for the one-off stuff? I mean, because like us, I guess we're different. We're building the whole car, and we're doing the one-off stuff, and it's kind of, it's difficult.
Your one-off stuff is being done by maybe 5 other guys. I mean, there's only so many combinations that are currently available. So when you really boil it down to what are you going to do with a pilot bushing, what are you going to do with a flywheel and clutch and hydraulics, the formula is more or less the same. The recipe is just a little different.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's why we're getting into suspension. So I guess it's the same thing because it's a lot of work. If people don't understand trying to fit up a spindle or a control arm and getting the right geometry that you're looking for, and test fitting and then actually putting it in the car and then actually testing it and see how it handles and see the drivability and the handling. It's just a lot of work. So when I talk about that, I picture you and your bell housings and your different bolt patterns and your, all that stuff. And
well, as you just described, I mean, once you figure out what it is that is successful, how much cast and camber you need, how much spring rate, how much shock you need for a certain weight vehicle, whether the vehicle is round or square, it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of where's the weight transfer, and you figure it out, and you start making adjustments and saying, hey, we can grab XYZ part off a Mustang or a Corvette or whatever to make this trick suspension, and then you build key parts to finish it.
Sure.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
What do you think, this is a question for you, what do you think is the benefit of converting your automatic transmission to a manual one, in your opinion?
My opinion is that, especially for us enthusiasts, is the fun factor. That's key right there. We can take these old muscle cars, even in the old street rod stuff, and, why are we messing around with old 3 speeds and 4 speeds with no overdrive? Fuel prices, yes, they've come down recently, but long term they're not going to. People want to be able to get in a car. They want it to drive like their current cars, but then they want to modernize their old cars. And so by putting in a manual transmission, because as you know, how many manual shift cars are on the market today? That number's falling.
Oh,
as enthusiasts, we love the fun factor and the efficiency. An automatic, while it's convenient, the older automatics, the newer automatics are getting better, but the efficiency of both power transmission and
Hey, Bruce, we got to take a break. Hold that thought right there. Hold on to that. We'll be right back. Welcome back in the garage. If you're just joining us, we have Bruce from Modern Driveline talking to us, and he was explaining the differences and the benefit of converting your automatic transmission to a manual and how fun it makes the car. Check them out at moderndriveline.com. That's www.moderndriveline.com. Bruce, so sorry to cut you off there, but go ahead and finish your story.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, a lot of guys with their automatics, they're just they're just tired of them. They want to be able to interact with their cars, and while there's some decent choices on the automatic side, which we don't offer, but with the overdrives and the efficiency of electronic control, there's certainly some neat avenues today that weren't there before. But with what we do here, people are wanting to be more interactive. Most people say that a hot rod needs three pedals, and that's what they're going to build.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is when I was a kid, my first vehicles were all manual transmissions. That's what I learned in. I remember taking my dad's 83 Toyota 4x4 out and getting it stuck in the wash when I was about 14 or 15, probably just around 15, and yeah, it was like that's what you did back then, and it's weird that they don't come kind of standard anymore in vehicles.
Yeah, they don't. In fact, I had an email earlier today, a guy looking to convert a 2010 F-150, and you can't even buy a manual shift truck. And the flip side of it is that people want to be able to. In the industry, if you look at street rods, how many 32 Fords are running around with a 350, and so many guys are just been there, done that. I want to be able to build a hot rod that, you can run it through its gears and live with the car. It's not just about cruising around and parading it.
Yeah, exactly. we've done quite a few cars with your transmissions in them. The T5, the Tremec, the 6-speed. We've done, quite a few of them, and I got to tell you, it is just so. It's so easy to use. I mean, the way it goes in and out of gears. I mean, they're just so smooth and efficient. It's not like an old Volkswagen where you're always searching for that gear.
For those who have not had the chance to shift one, either in a car or even at a trade show, where a lot of times we have them on display, the internal shifting mechanism today, there is no adjustment. It's very gated, very precise. The new Magnum, the T56 Magnum from Tremec, is the flagship of the technology. They piggyback on the OE technology that you find in your Corvettes, your Challengers, your Mustangs, your Cadillac CTS-Vs. This technology is being enhanced in the aftermarket, making the old cars and anything else that you put it in shift like butter.
Yeah. No, it really does. It shifts like butter. I mean, they can handle the horsepower. We have one that we bought from you, and we have in the 65 Mustang that we call the GT 700S. It's got 700 horsepower, so if you're worried about that, I mean, it's holding up just fine. And I mean, it's just, the car is so nice to drive. It's solid. The rest of the car is solid. The suspension's great, but having that transmission in there and you having the smooth shifts and easy to go in and out of gear, it literally feels like you're driving a brand new car.
One of the things that we get in the shop, people comment, is that of all the changes they make to a car, changing the transmission is probably the most significant. You can upgrade brakes, yes, it improves in handling. But when you suddenly go from maybe an old 3-speed manual or automatic, and suddenly you can put in a 5-speed with a good spread of gears, the shifting quality, not trying to stretch to the next gear. With the 6 speeds, we now have double overdrives. Fourth gear is still 1-to-1. We can interchange ratios depending on what you're trying to do, from a 0.8 maybe to a 6.4 combo, or if you're doing a 7.4 to a 5.0. So a 50% reduction is huge.
Yeah, no, it really is. Well, we're coming up on another break. Also, on the beginning of the next segment, I'm going to let you go. I know you're busy. We have another guest, but just hold on a minute there, Bruce, and we'll wrap you up.
All right.
You're listening.
Pleasure talking with you.
Yep. We'll be right back. Welcome back to In the Garage. Yeah, show always goes quick when you're excited about what you're talking about. I love talking about manual transmissions. And if you're just joining us, we've had Bruce from Modern Driveline, and they are pretty much your source for 5-6-speed conversion. They're your 5-6-speed conversion source. So check them out at Modern Driveline, www.modern, that's MODERNDRIVELINE.com. I hope you had a pin while I was saying that.
And the winner of the spelling bee is...
Yeah. So, Bruce, are you still there?
Yeah, still here.
Okay, well, I want to thank you for joining us. We got another guest coming up, so we got to see what he's up to. But we want to thank you for joining us, and I hope you stay as busy as you've been. I hope it continues to be a successful year for you. And I know we've just finished up a few estimates, so you're going to be hearing from us for sure.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to the next couple of years. Show a lot of promise for us, and if you're out and about at a major car show, be sure to look for us.
You got it. I will, and I'll be talking to you soon. So this isn't goodbye forever.
No, not at all. We're, in fact, I'm headed down to the Barrett-Jackson stuff as of tomorrow morning.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, cool. We'll have fun there. I got a ton of friends, ton of people. I wish we could go. I'm just too busy. I got too much going on. So
I get it.
I won't be able to make it. Yeah, you get it. I know, and I'm sure you're barely squeaking out of there as well. So have fun, and I'll be talking to you soon.
All right, take care.
Okay, thanks, Bruce. So, okay, that was Bruce. Check them out at moderndriveline.com. They are your 5-6-speed conversion source. I mean, if you want to convert, you want a manual transmission, they're the guys to go to. Great guy. I've dealt with him for years and wouldn't go anywhere else.
Nice.
Yeah. So there you go, which leads us now to our next guest, Scott. Scott, how are you doing?
Oh, doing fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. I'll tell you, what a great segue. Talking about he's heading to Barrett-Jackson. A lot of people from the North American International Auto Show press that were here actually were leaving after 2 action-packed days of unbelievable reveals to Barrett-Jackson to cover that as well.
Are you really? Okay, cool. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, there's a ton of people that are heading that way. I'm going to be hanging here. We have a lot to do with the auto show, and geez, over the last couple days, we had 50 new reveals. 45 were worldwide, and 5 were North American reveals. The manufacturers really came at us hard this year, and they're after their unfair share of the market. That's for sure.
Boy, they are. I mean, it really feels. You can really feel the change in the air with the automotive industry. I mean. The big thing that I've seen everywhere, I mean, it's been all over Facebook and everything, is that new Ford GT. I mean, I've seen that thing everywhere. Everyone is amazed by that. But then I've also got some negative feedback from people because we put a post saying, you know, we did the 2006 Ford GT and we put it in a 1960 Starliner. What would you like to see next? And everyone was kind of disappointed that they had a 6-cylinder in it. So I got a lot of comments with that. You know what I mean? But hey, if you're getting 600 plus horsepower out of a 6-cylinder, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Who cares? Who cares?
Right?
I know.
It's still American made.
Yeah, that's right. I just had, I'm here today hosting my dad as well, Lularich. We have a Chevrolet dealership. So I said, what do you want to see first? And he said he wanted to see the Ford GT first. So that's saying a lot about the way the press is and handling that car. It is absolutely gorgeous up close and personal, I have to tell you.
Wow, so you saw it. You saw it in person.
Yes, and it's aggressive. It looks like it's going 100 miles an hour just sitting there.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. We saw Mr. Ford walking through earlier today, and we asked him if his is on order yet, and he said there's a little bit of a fight in the family who's going to get that 00001.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Jeez, so tell us a little bit about the 2015 North American International Auto Show.
Well, you know, touching on the press days, like I just did a little bit, it was absolutely jam-packed, very exciting. What's really great is we have over 5,000 press from over 60 different countries, so the manufacturers really do bring the best of the best. So think about this. As soon as a vehicle is revealed, literally all corners of the world hear about it within seconds. And that's why that's why the manufacturers bring it to this show, because they know that the press is going to be here. We're so fortunate. And I'll tell you, you being in the business know how important it is when you go somewhere to cover something, right? You want to have a comfortable, nice place to do your business. And we've partnered with Michelin tires for many, many years. And Michelin does a lot more than just tires. But and they actually host our media lounge, and it is literally the best in the world. And I can say that because I have traveled around the world with the auto show, and you know, we've been to Frankfurt, we've been to Beijing and China and New York and all over this country and the world, and I asked the press there, what do you think of the media situation here, and a lot of times they're saying it just doesn't hold a candle to the media room in Detroit. So hats off to Michelin for doing that, and again, that helps attract that media group that we need here to make this show a success.
Yeah, no. It seems like you guys are doing an excellent job. I mean, that's huge. That's huge.
Well, we're very fortunate.
Yeah, you really are. I mean, and I'm reading here on other stuff you guys do, like your charities and what you got going on with that. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh, absolutely. On the Friday before the show opens to the public, which is the 16th, we have a charity preview. And it is a black tie event. It's kind of like an auto show prom. And what happens is, it's just really something special.
Hey,
so
Scott, why don't you hang on to that real quick? We got to take a quick break. Sorry to interrupt you, but we got to take a quick break, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes, okay? Welcome back to In the Garage. Joining us on this segment is Scott LaRich from the 2015 North American International Auto Show. Now, I'm sure everybody has seen this. Check them out at www.naias.com. My Facebook blew up when they unveiled the GT, the Ford, Mustang, and I mean, you guys have done a wonderful job at, like you were saying, the press and everything. It's gone everywhere, So my hat's off to you there. It was quite a show from what I saw, and from what I'm hearing, it was quite a show from people that were there as well. So, but anyways, sorry to interrupt you on the last segment there. You were talking about your charity preview that you guys do.
Oh, yes, indeed, and thank you for this opportunity because it really is something that's near and dear to everyone's heart on the North American International Auto Show Committee, and that's the charity arm and the charity preview. You mentioned the website a little while ago, naias.com. Tickets are still available for Friday night. They're $400, and $390 of which is tax deductible. So, if you're looking for a good tax deduction, and a VIP show, we have Steve Miller that's going to be playing, which is going to be fun. And this year... Yeah, Steve Miller's
I should
be
there. Why am I not there?
Come on
guys?
down. Hey, I can tell you, this year we're hoping to raise over $5 million, which would mean that we would breach the $100 million mark for children's charities in and around Metro Detroit, which really means a lot. We do a lot of things for the youngsters. We build a solid foundation that they can grow on and become, wonderful citizens, and that's what it's all about.
Good for you guys. That's awesome. That's really awesome. I mean, where do we go from there on the show? I think that just about wraps it up. You can't say any more to get better than that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. And, this is basically the Super Bowl of auto shows. I've never had a chance to experience it, but I really would like to. God, I wish I was there this year. I really do, because of all the great stuff. I mean, it wasn't just the GT that I saw on the Ford Mustang. It was a lot of stuff, but they did hit hard with their unveiling of all their stuff.
Yeah, they really did, and that's the exciting part. And kind of to sum it up this way, speaking to a gentleman last night, I said, and he works for Michelin, and I said, hey, what do you think of the show? And he said, this is my very first auto show, but I have to tell you, it made me feel like I was 18 years old again. And I want to put this into perspective, because later on, I didn't hear the rest of the story till someone told me this guy's job is a test driver for Michelin tires driving Corvettes. So if you can make that kid feel like an 18-year-old kid, could you imagine what this show does to people?
So, could you imagine having that job? I want that job. Give me that job.
Me too.
How do you land a gig like that, right? And you're right. If you're making him feel like a kid again, I mean, that's awesome, because and that's what you try and do when you do these shows, and as a consumer, or me doing the hot rods and a car enthusiast, when you go to these shows, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for inspiration. You're looking for new ideas. You're looking at all the new technologies coming out, and when a show hits it like you guys do, that's absolutely what you're looking for.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what's happening right now, literally on the show floor, is are the industry days, where a lot of the experts are down there measuring every little gap, taking pictures underneath cars. It's kind of funny, actually. You walk through and there's legs sticking out from underneath vehicles. There's people jumping in trunks, and it is absolutely incredible. And you know they're basically spying on each other. These engineers want to get the best of the best. Yeah,
exactly. I'm there. That's what we do.
Yeah,
I go to the show and we do the old stuff, but I mean, still, we incorporate a lot of the new stuff into the old stuff, which we're kind of known for, and I love it when I see something new come out, or I'm the same way. I'll crawl underneath it and see what's going on under there.
It's really fun to see. I just left the floor a few minutes ago, and literally, as I was walking, I was cutting through one of the displays. And I almost tripped over a guy that was, buried underneath the car, except for some of his legs sticking out.
Oh my God, that's funny. Now, what are some of the new technologies other than the GT that have been revealed this year that everyone else that people are excited about? What's some other stuff?
Well, one of the things I can speak to, I was at the Chevrolet press conference. I'm a Chevy dealer, so I wanted to make sure that I saw that. And Mary Barra was talking about the new Volt that's going to get about twice as much mileage on one charge now, which is great. Plus,
I heard that.
The Bolt with a B, and that's going to get 200 miles on a charge. And it's the Bolt concept that they're expecting in 17. And I'll tell you, we get to speak to a lot of the manufacturers before they actually bring their stuff to the show, and we were hearing early on that Nissan was going to have a game changer. They were going to be unveiling something that absolutely, positively redefined their brand, and they rolled out the new Titan. And I have to tell you, it is absolutely gorgeous. It is a beautiful truck.
Wow, I'm going to have to check that out, even though I did just buy a new Chevy with the Duramax. You should be happy about that.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Hey, Scott, we got to take another break, but hang on. If you still got a minute, we'd love to continue talking to you when you come back.
Sure do. I would love to. Thanks.
Okay, cool. We'll be right back. Welcome back to In the Garage. Last segment here. Man, time goes fast when you're talking about things you like, you love. Mm-hmm. We've had Scott Lurich from the 2015 North American International Auto Show, which is going on right now. And it's not too late to get tickets. Check them out at www.naias.com. And hurry on over there because there's some pretty amazing things that's going on over there.
No doubt about it. In fact, public days start on the 17th and run all the way through the 25th. So, and it's always a balmy 72 degrees in Cobo Center. It's like being on vacation with a bunch of vehicles. Okay. It's really cool.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so the public show starts January 17th to the 25th. Okay, gotcha.
That is correct. Yep. And it's only $13.
So that was all press.
Yes, it's all press. Press Monday, Tuesday. Then today and tomorrow are industry days, and then they go dark on Friday and get it all ready for the charity preview, and then bam, it opens up for the general public, and it is going to be a lot of fun. We'll see over 800,000 people through the doors between the 17th and the 25th. Yeah.
Wow, and more than 500 vehicles on display, I understand as well.
That is correct. So, someone told me the number yesterday was 750, which is incredible.
Wow. So it's more than you planned on. Okay.
It is. And I'll tell you, one of the things that's really cool, in the atrium level, it's called Hall E. There's an autonomous Army truck there and a whole bunch of firepower to see. It is really an awesome spectacle. Not only that, but there is a shell track downstairs where you can actually ride in a connected vehicle, vehicles that are actually talking to each other on the track. It's really a neat system. It's really fun to do.
Well, there you go. Hey, we gotta wrap it up here, Scott. We're coming to the end of the road, but I appreciate you coming on the show. And everybody, it's not too late. Go out there, get tickets, go check it out. Experience the next generation of transportation at the North American International Auto Show 2015, and check out all the latest and greatest. I'm sure you've already seen pictures all over social media, the news, everything else. God, I wish I was there. I really do.
I know, me too.
I'm jealous. I'm so jealous, Scott. You got the luckiest
You're
man alive right now.
I tell you, to be a car guy and be amongst all of these cars and all this excitement, it's really a dream come true.
I'm jealous. Anyway, Scott, have a great time. Enjoy the whole show and the rest of the show, and I'm sure you're going to be heading out of talking to us and just be running all over the place, answering a million questions and checking out everything else. So thank you very much, Scott, for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me and the special attention on the show. It really means a lot.
You got it. Take care and keep up the good work.
All righty. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, see ya. Okay, cool. Well, there you go. That's the end of the show. Man, that went really, really fast.
Really fast.
That's like, first we're late. Getting to our own show, it was, we were, it took us a second, but, I get with the point.
We got it. We talked to some really good people.
Yeah. We got Scott from the North American International Auto Show. Check them out at www.naias.com. We got Bruce. We have Bruce from Modern Driveline. Check them out as well at moderndriveline.com. Your 5-6-speed conversion source. And what else we got? Thank you, Steel Rubber, for sponsoring the show. Steel Rubber Products. Check them out. And check out all our latest updates at BodieStroud.com. Facebook, In the Garage with Bodie Stroud. YouTube, BS Industries, Inc. All that good stuff. CRNTalk.com/In the Garage. We'll see you next week. Boy, that was a mouthful.
See you next week, because you're always welcome in the garage with Bodie Stroud. Presented by Steel Rubber Products. www.steelrubber.com on CRN Digital Talk Radio. www.crntalk.com.